Welcome back to another episode of Two Bears, One Movie. We're going to be talking about Eternals.
5 years ago, Thanos erased half of the population of the universe. But the people of this planet brought everyone back with a snap of a finger.
Yes, welcome back. And as you can see, I've got my Moretti, as always. So let's talk really briefly about Eternals that was just released on Disney. I didn't see it in the cinema. Wasn't really pumped for it. Don't know much about the characters of the comics, to be honest. I suppose the most exciting thing about the film itself was the fact that they mentioned in passing Batman and Superman, which is quite odd, and I'll get to that now in a moment. So, Chloe Zhao is a great filmmaker, and you can see this is almost two movies. You've got the Marvel Studio and you've Chloe's movie. She has made it look beautiful, aesthetically pleasing, although some of the CGI is a bit wishy-washy. The story is nothing that's not been seen before, end of the world, blah 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 blah. This is all style and little substance. Given it's ironic because it tries to have a lot of substance because it's more of a mellow take back of other Marvel movies. It still tries to have jokes and some funny characters in there, and it just doesn't play out the way they wanted to play out. They're going up against these creatures. I could get into the plot, but then it's just why it's not very good. The Eternals, they basically were here for all of time, protecting the world from these Deviants. They were created by Celestians, and they all have special powers. They end up getting rid of them all, and then they go their separate ways. The narrative is a bit off because it jumps from scene to scene in timeline. And not that it's confusing because it tells you when it jumps, because it gives you the dates they go back to, but it kind of ruins the narrative for me and the structure of the actual film. And at times I just felt bored. It tries to be a bit more serious, a bit more adulty. You know, it's like, well, let's be grown up about superheroes now, and doesn't work. It has a great diverse cast, and I like all the actors in it. It seems they were let down by the writing, shall I say. None of the characters are really intriguing. Like even the ones that are trying to be kind of like comedic, like it turns out to be forced almost, and it doesn't feel right in this movie because, as I said, you've got Chloe's movie and you've got the MCU, and like they're kind of bumping heads to take center stage where it looks amazing, and Chloe wants it to be a bit more serious and methodical, and then it's MCU just pushing its way in to give us that laugh, the quick snappy shots, and the CGI is a bit wishy-washy, and it's not great. Kind of like I felt bored, and that doesn't even mean it's a terrible film, but when you're feeling bored for any film, that's not good, and I felt bored, and I didn't really care what happened because you know what's going to happen.
I'm here to tell you right now, we don't care.
Let me tell you something.
We don't care.
There's going to be another movie, and yeah. Back to the most exciting things was they mentioned Superman and Batman in passing.
I'm Batman.
So does that mean that they have comic books of Superman and Batman in the actual MCU universe? And also, is that Blade's voice at the end of the film?
Ooh, so exciting.
Some reports and some people and some other critics and some people from MCU said yes, it is. So they are the most exciting things of that film that I've seen. So please, what I'll give is 2 beers out of 5. It looks beautiful. Some of the action is okay. I like all the actors. I just don't like the writing, how their characters were not really interesting. So please like, subscribe, and I'll check you out in the next episode.